Yeah, I was really pleased with our players' effort, and obviously, as a football club and as a coach, you just ask for effort, and I thought our players gave 4 quarters of pretty good effort tonight, and we just didn't get there in the end, which was disappointing for them. They're very disappointed because they know that they gave really good effort.
You said you needed 22 players playing 4 quarters. Did you pretty much get that right?
Yeah, it was pretty close, and we knew that we needed a consistent performance over 4 quarters to get near Collingwood, and some things go our way, and they just about did. And I thought that the majority of the players, it was pretty even across the board, and we just didn't quite get over the line in the end.
How much did missing Teddy Richards hurt you? Because I guess you didn't have that many options to switch on to Club when he was giving Heath a bit of a torrid time.
Yeah, look, he's a start. He's Cloak. He's been around the system now for a few years, and he's probably at his peak of his powers. And we lost Teddy Richards, obviously, and Alex Johnson, 2 of our defenders that have been really good for us this year. So, I think that obviously Teddy's loss probably hurt a bit in the end, but Louis went back there, and I thought did a reasonable job. He hasn't played defence for 12 months really, Lewis Roberts-Thompson, so he had to get back into a new part of the ground he wasn't quite used to. And that's what good teams have. They've got plenty of good players, and I think he kicked 6 goals in the end, and he's a big power forward like that makes a difference.
A win would have been huge for self-belief, obviously, but there's a narrow loss against the Premier still will take plenty out of that going forward.
Yeah, it's interesting. You speak to the players after the game, and you haven't got 4 points, but you're really pleased with the effort, and that's probably as simple as I can say it. I was really pleased with their effort, and that's all we can ask for. Sometimes you get close to the good teams, and sometimes you get over the line and you win them, and it would have been great for us to get over the line, but we didn't. The effort was fantastic, but we go to Adelaide next week and we need the same sort of effort, because if we don't get that effort next week, it doesn't matter what you put in tonight, you need to make sure you do that next week again.
How's Kieran? He kind of survived some friendly fire in the first quarter and went down in the second.
Yeah, he's pretty sore. It's a similar thing to what he had before, hopefully not as bad. We lost him first centre bounce, I couldn't believe it, and then he's come back on and gone again. So obviously with Mummy out and Kieran not playing much of a part in the game, other players had to really stand up, and I thought to be fair to them, certainly the majority of them did.
It wasn't the same ankle, it's not the syndesmosis again, is it?
I think it is the same ankle. It's a similar type injury, but it's hopefully not as bad. That's the initial diagnosis. Now, we don't know, obviously, until we get scans, and we'll have our fingers and toes crossed on Monday. But I've initially just had a quick chat to our doctor, and he said it's a similar injury, but he doesn't think it's as bad.
John, when you look at the stats and you see that you won the contested possessions, you won the tackles, you get the feeling that sometimes when it comes to a team like Collingwood, your best still isn't just quite enough when it comes to those top teams.
Well, I think it could have gone either way still tonight, and it would have been just good enough. It was only a kick, so I think that we had a number of good players that would have made a difference tonight, but I thought the 22 that played tonight were generally pretty good, and I think that obviously when there's just a kick in it, you can. My first instinct is to say it could have gone either way. So we know they missed a few shots, but you need a little bit of luck when you're playing the good teams, and we had a little bit of luck, but then we didn't really just to get there in the end.
How did you assess the battle of the Reed boys there?
Yeah, it's interesting. They've had a few battles in the backyard, no doubt. So, yeah, I thought that Reedy did some really good things and launched the ball a few times and took some great marks. But he's just what I'm really excited about, and I hope the supporters are too. That he's going to keep growing and developing him. And if you look at Travis Cloak, I don't know what he's 25, 26. He's a huge man, and a really power forward like that, you love for a Sam Reid, to see how he develops in the next few years. I'm really confident that he's going to really develop into a big kid and have a real presence in our forward half.
Not sure how Alex Johnson's injury and Trent kicked tonight. I think today Mike came back, and we do have a few guys that...
Yeah, we do, and that's pleasing. I think the difficult thing is that our reserves won by 200 points, so to be honest, it's not ideal. And we're aware of that as a club, and we've been trying to make sure those boys do the right work during the week as well. So that's a challenge for those blokes to make sure that they do enough during the week to come in and really have an impact. But I thought the blokes that we brought in tonight, Lewis Johnston and Jesse White, and we had a couple that came in that have been playing the reserves for a bit, and I thought they played their role tonight pretty well. Yeah, I thought Seavey was pretty good, and he was disappointed with how he went last week. We thought that Cruiser played really well against us last week, and I thought that I thought that Seeb's experience was pretty good. I thought his ruck work was good and took a few marks around the ground. So I thought he bounced back well.
Richards get a chance to come back.
Yeah, hopefully Teddy and Alex are both a chance to come back next week. So that'd be great to get them back in the team, because they've been such a really important part of our defence. And but as I said to the players afterwards, the pleasing thing about it tonight is we're confident that with anyone that comes into the team that they can play their role, which the majority of them did tonight. And that's what even with a few key players out, I thought that the players that came in really contributed and did what we wanted them to do. So I think that gives them some confidence, and certainly gives the other players and the confidence they're in the team when those blokes come in, that they're able to play pretty well.
John, was the ground in satisfactory condition tonight? It looked like, or didn't look very good. Assay fans looked like a few players did slip over.
Yeah, I thought it was probably a bit better than what it was last time. So that was my instinct during the game. I thought that I wasn't so concerned about how it looked. I guess it was how it was underfoot. They slipped a couple of times, but I think it was pretty good. Looked okay. I don't think it was an issue from our players' point of view anyway.
Everybody else pull up all right apart from Kieran?
I think so. I haven't had a good chat to the doctor. I quickly just touched base with him regarding Kieran, so I haven't had a good chat to him yet. But I think you're always a little bit sore when you play good teams. So there's a few ice packs in there, and I'm sure that they'll get themselves right though, and we get up tomorrow and go again to Adelaide.
Good on you. Thanks, John.
Thanks.